Hey everybody, it's Romania Black, and thank you guys so much for 3,500 subscribers on YouTube. That's awesome! So I made a promise back a couple months ago that if I made 3,500 subscribers, I would watch Arcane. And here we are. So, you can't see him, but my brother is off screen. He's a big League of Legends player, and he told me that when I started watching Arcane that I had to watch it with him. So, you see like his arm slightly there. He is real. I've not made him up. So, he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to be on camera though, which is totally fine. So, he is going to sit off screen, and we're going to talk a little bit afterwards about these episodes. I know nothing about League of Legends. Absolutely nothing. I've only watched him play a couple times, but I don't know really anything about the world itself. But I've been told by several people, my brother included, that you do not have to watch or play League of Legends to understand what's going on. So that is good. So I'm really, really excited. We got 9 episodes to get through. My brother was telling me while we were eating dinner that they're and I kind of was looking up the length of the episodes, and I saw this too, that there are 3 specific acts that I don't know. I don't want to know much about it. I want to go in as blind as possible, but all I know is that there's 3 acts and 3 episodes per act. Kind of like a 3-act structure. If you watched my videos, I'm real big on the 3-act structure. So yeah, this is going to be exciting. It's the first English dub I've watched on here. It's going to be weird seeing stuff actually in English and not be a foreign language. But I'm also going to have to pay attention in a different way because of that, because I'm so used to having time to read the subtitles that I'm actually going to have to pay attention because it's going to be in English. So that's good to know. Before we start, I may go ahead and set the subtitles, though, just to have that on there. Okay, good, they're set. Just in case, so I don't miss anything. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I like fantasy stories. I like action stories, so this should be a lot of fun. But yeah, we're going to get started here, and hopefully Huckleberry will be decent during all of this. So, you ready, Broseph?
Yep.
All right, yeah. So cool. We're going to watch this episode, Welcome to the Playground, episode 1, and then we'll break it down and talk about it afterwards. So yeah, I hope you all enjoy, but we are going to start this here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Oh, okay. So that's setting up lots of things. Now, I don't want to be spoiled, obviously. I don't want to be spoiled because you've seen now all the episodes, right? Yeah, you've seen all the episodes. So, I do want to ask you, though, brother off in the wings. So I'm going to guess, because there's like little tidbits in this, like throughout that I'm assuming if you play League of Legends, you get, like, there was the bug thing in the cage.
That is a jungle monster.
Okay.
That the jungler fights around there.
Okay, because I like the bug, like the jungler, the bug monster thing. Like there was little bits and pieces in the episodes. And I'm like, okay, if you play League of Legends, they're like Easter eggs. You're probably gonna get it.
The small item that Belzo had in his hand when he walked in.
Okay.
He was looking through the magnifying glass. That is a support item.
Oh, okay.
That's an item for support characters.
Oh, well, so even like the littlest things, like they're just sprinkled throughout here.
The smallest trinkets and items and stuff, they're items that are in the game.
Okay, so don't spoil me. It's a yes or no answer, but are the little blue orbs that she's found, is that something that's in League of Legends? The little, like yes or no, is it? Yeah, I wish I could see your face. You're like, maybe?
It gets explained in the next episode.
Okay, so it's going to get explained. Okay.
Yeah, you'll see what they are in the next one.
Okay. I'll hold off then. That makes sense. Okay, so yeah, so going through this, the animation's awesome in this. I love the animation. It's like, it reminds me of, I was trying to think what it reminds me of. Did you ever see the Pixar short Paperman? Yeah, the black and white one. I think it's the same technology that Paperman used. I think whatever Pixar used for Paperman, I think it's the same throughout this. Because at times it has like the smoke and stuff was kind of 2D, but then it goes back to being 3D.
There's a mix of 2D and 3D, but you hardly notice it. They keep the action centered on 3D with the backgrounds being 2D, and it just works really good for this.
Yeah, it really does. And the way that the camera movement and stuff falls, especially when they were going through the alley and trying to follow the camera movement. It was really, really good. I liked that a lot in this. But yeah, so our dramatic, and so then the little girl Powder singing the song there. So originally, and obviously I don't want to get spoiled, but originally I thought Powder and Vi were sisters, but they're not. I don't think they are.
No, they are.
Oh, they are? Okay,
yeah.
Okay, so they are sisters. Because I thought that they were, but then they don't ever do like the, and I guess that's what I like about it, is they don't do the stereotypical like, oh, sister, you know, like they don't ever address it like each other as sisters, but you get that they kind of are, right? Yeah. Okay, so going back here on this bridge during this battle that I'm sure will get explained later in more detail, but yeah, she had the necklace, and then the one girl, so Powder and her, and then Vander, Vander is sitting there beating up, I'm assuming, the enforcers. And he looks a lot younger, yeah. Taking him in, yeah, with the gauntlets. Yeah. Yeah, because he's a lot younger there. And then they do the close-up, right? Because she's looking for some... Because, yeah, I'm assuming that that's their mom.
Their parents were part of it.
Okay. Yeah, because she has the same kind of necklace and jewelry on that she does. Aw, poor Vi and Powder. And then Vander takes him with him, yeah. I really like the OP. Of course we've got our Ratatouille villain. The food critic from Ratatouille is our villain with the mysterious eye. Yeah. So, okay, so we have is it Piltover? Piltover. Piltover is the fancy city, and then Zon's the underground city. I love it because it's kind of, the way that it's designed, they're kind of like mirrors of each other, right? Yeah. And I love the fact that the air is so bad down there that the guards have to wear like the face, but everybody else is just walking around like it's no big deal. But they're wearing the masks, right?
Yeah, they don't want to have their lungs contaminated.
Right. Everybody else can walk around with their lungs contaminated, but not them, right? So, okay, there were two moments in this, and I'm not going to spoil anybody for Attack on Titans, but there's two moments in this that I was like, it's Attack on Titan. There was one where, no spoilers, but there was one where when they first saw the Zeppelins, it reminded me of a character Grisha and a character Faye in season 3 when they go and they see the Zeppelins. I was like, oh, that reminds me of that, and it was Powder, and Powder reminds me a lot of Faye, of that character. Hopefully she doesn't die a horrific death. No spoilers. But then the other moment was the whole fact that the underground city reminds me a lot of No Regrets in Attack on Titan, like the underground city that Levi's from. It reminded me a lot of that. But I love this idea that Vi is like our lead vigilante here, this lead teen vigilante, and then she's trying to convince Powder that she can be just as tough as she is. But in a different, because Powder seems like she likes to tinker with the little trinket, like the little mouse toys, which is curious because at the very end we have our Ratatouille judge that also has the mouse that drinks the purple stuff and comes like Shredder off Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too.
Now, since the mouse doesn't come back, I'm going to say this now, a lot of us think that that's Twitch, a character in League of Legends. And if you look at his bio, he was mutated.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
And now lives in the sewers of Zorn.
Oh! See, there's like all this stuff that you don't have to play League of Legends to get it, but there's like all the extra stuff going on that I'm like, okay, if you did play League of Legends, you would have...
If you don't play League of Legends, this is still good. Mm-hmm. It's a great series to go in and watch. Mm-hmm. But if you're a fan of League of Legends, you're going to want to watch it again because there's all these little... like Easter eggs pointing towards the game.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now, none of these... Are these all original characters, pretty much?
Vi and Jinx are from the game.
Okay, so there's a character named Jinx that's from the game, and Vi is from the game.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
Jinx is power.
Right. Okay.
Milo and Clogger, they're new.
Okay. Is Vander in the game?
No.
Yeah, don't spoil me. Just, it's a yes or no. But you don't have to say, if you can't say it, don't spoil me. Somewhat. Okay, yeah, somewhat. Could be. Question marks. Yeah.
And so is the old doctor.
Okay. The old doctor. All right. So this is interesting, them going into the, because what they say Kilmans? Did they call them the Kiramans? Okay.
Yeah, it's the complex. It belongs to them.
Okay, so Kiramans, and I'm assuming all these characters, it's going to come out in the wash. Like, I don't want to get spoiled because it's going to come out in the wash. I'm sure we're going to find out if they're relevant. It's going to come out. But I like that they're giving like tiny little bits of foreshadowing in this part because there's like all tinkering with like clock making. I'm going to put out theories and I don't want you to confirm or deconfirm them. but it looks like that it's like time travel or something with time clocks, things like that. Is
only one character.
Okay.
Has a connection to time.
Okay. Because that's what it seems like it's tied to. And then, yeah. This whole, all the equations on the board, everything. And then when she picks up the Valdiani, it reminded me of, from Anastasia, the little music box, like the Once Upon a December. It reminded me of that. And then, Milo. Milo and Clagger. I like Milo and Clagger, all right. Poor Clagger. I feel bad for Clagger because he's like, it's the brunt of everything.
Well, you also see in this scene that Powder is more technologically knowledgeable than the rest of them.
Yeah, she kind of gets
She was able to see that was a nose trimmer right from the get-go.
Right, yeah, I didn't think about that. She called it out for what it was, and Milo didn't know.
Yeah.
She kind of already knew ahead of time. So yeah, she's more techno-advanced than they are, or she knows what the technology is. I love that line, some people just get born lucky. Like, that's the whole thing, like, that's how they're rich, just because they're born that way. But then, yeah, going into... The one thing that's curious about this, I kept thinking whoever... Which they do, but I kept thinking whoever was in the room was going to come back earlier because they left the 2 whole sandwiches there. So I'm like, you don't just leave a sandwich out without going back and getting it. I was like, they're going to go back and get that sandwich and go back and eat it. Right? Yeah, because it's just 2 perfectly whole sandwiches. Like, you don't just walk away from that and then be like, I'll come back in a couple hours. No. And then, yeah, so we have this box... This mystery Pandora's box that she's just opened,
And
that... Now, are there, like, all League of Legends artifacts all around that room? Or not really?
Not really. It's all...
Okay, so I want to pause this real quick. So there are 6 orbs left, and then there's 6 missing. So half are gone and half are there. Because she takes the 6, right?
She takes 5.
She took 5 of them, right? Oh, because the one blew up.
Yeah,
okay. So, she grabbed 5 and the one blew up. Interesting. And then 6 of them were gone. Okay.
And the next episode will show the owner's side.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Interesting. Yeah, and then they just grabbed everything and I was surprised that they actually dumped all the gear, which I guess, like Vander said, it was good that they dumped the gear because then they can't pin it on them. But I was surprised that she dumped the whole bag like in the dock. I'm like, I kept thinking she was going to dive in and go back and get it, but she's just a little kid, so she couldn't have that much strength to dive down and get it.
Like she said to the rest of them, you're bigger and older, right?
Yeah, so she wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. There was a part of me that thought when they looked for her and she wasn't on the dock that she dove down in to get it, but that wasn't the case. So yeah, old Vi has the vendetta against basically everybody in Piltover that they all owe them because they look down on Zon and all the people down there. And I like Vander I thought that, don't spoil this for me, but I thought Vander was like their real dad, and I was like, but he seems more like he's just their caretaker. Again, Han Solo meets Crocodile Dundee, like very much.
By episode 3, I'll be able to explain the situation.
I was like, I like that you're like, well, just wait. Just wait. Can't you wait? Things will be explained. Yeah, I'm going into this blind, I like Grayson and Marcus's character. I like Marcus as a stereotypical, like, young cop that's, like, getting stuff done. I like that the sirens are, like, the squonking horns. Like, that's almost worse than, like, a siren. But then, and then Grayson. I like that. So Grayson and Vander have had an agreement that if he keeps people from going up above ground, she keeps stuff for the shop. She keeps his bar okay.
It's more like he keeps his people from causing trouble up in Piltover. She keeps the council from sending a whole bunch of enforcers down there to start blasting. Okay,
so yeah, it's basically like a ceasefire between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
And Vi just messed it up! Vi just mucked it up! It's interesting. So interesting. But yeah, I love the chase scene back. That was really good. I liked all that. We get Vander. I like poor Vander. He's trying to protect his kiddos. And then we get this scummy dude that I didn't even put two and two together. He would be connected to the bad guy at the end there, which I don't want to know his name. I don't want to know his name yet. We'll figure it out. But yeah, this guy getting his butt kicked. And yeah, poor my old Milo, he's a little bit mean to poor Powder. So yeah, and then Vander's the guy. I love when Vander tells the woman off, and everybody's like, "This is his bar. He's don't pick a fight with the person that pours the drinks." I love it. Oh yeah, see, I missed that upon the watch that he was watching her come in and sell her hood up, and so he got suspicious. I missed that. Okay. I love all the expressions. Like, the animation on their expressions is really, really good. I like that a lot. Poor Powder. Like, everybody's body language is so different. Like, it's animated really good. It's weird watching something in English because I'm not, like, having to look at the subtitles, like, actually hearing it. It's interesting. And so then, yeah, we get to... I freaking love Echo. I love Echo. He's so cool. He's like a little inventor. I love that he's like so fast and sneaky. He's like a little bolt of lightning, and he goes up there. I love it. He like tinkers with all the toys. I love the magnifying glass. I love that he's little man. So he's the one that they got the tip off from. Because when they went into the shop, I thought that little man would be... I thought that there's the guy that owns the shop, Benzo's there, and then I thought maybe little man was like a literal little person or something like there. Because they had that... So... Without spoiling anything, are there like elves and goblins in this world? Because that one lady in the brothel looked like a little goblin.
There are multiple types of races.
Okay, so there's multiple races.
The ones that you saw, they're called Yordles.
Yordles?
Yes.
Okay. One that was like the woman by the... Okay.
They can live for hundreds of years.
Oh, okay, so it's kind of like the goblins in Harry Potter sort of thing. They're wearing like Gringotts and stuff.
Yeah, most of them don't leave like their little area of Bandle City, but when they do, they kind of take inspiration from where they're living.
Okay. Because yeah, when we saw her at like the brothel or whatever, I thought that maybe Little Man was like one of the like a Yordle that would come out and talk to him, but no, it's the kid. It's Echo.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll meet a Yordle in the next one.
Oh, look at you! Don't spoil me. I do like Echo a lot, though. I like how crafty he is already. And so technically the only one that knows about the agreement is the shop owner of Benzo's and Echo. They're the only ones that know what's going on between Vander and... Yes,
Vander's kept it secret from everyone because he doesn't want to seem weak.
Right. Well, yeah, no. He's trying to put up a front that he's not worried about things when he's worried about those kids so much. Because he's trying to keep them safe through all this. Yeah, he's that stereotypical, like, the big tough guy that protects him. He's got the heart of gold. Like, you know. Yeah, I think out of everybody in this show so far, I think Vander and Echo are my favorites out of everybody. I like Vi, I like Powder, Milo and Clagger are fine, but Vander and Echo are probably my favorites so far. I like them a lot. And I like just Echo being like, nothing to see here, and he's like, just mind your business. It's all good. I love the way he's animated too. He's just so like bouncy and all over the place. I love it. Like he's got a million things to do. Yeah, I love the design of the world, everything. It's really, really good. And he's got like the little glove on. Yeah, I really like it. Okay, and so then and Grayson coming in. And I like Grayson's... I just love the animation of him putting the mask back on and everything. Like, he can't even be outside for like 2 seconds when there's... I'm like, people are just walking around breathing the air, but you're too good for that. And I love the magnifying glass. Like, that's really cool. Him using the different glasses there. To see through very, very eyes of the dragon, like getting through the little peephole. That was really cool in the mask. Awesome. I have a feeling there's going to be lots of like little Easter eggs because I'm coming at this knowing nothing from the League of Legends side. So like, yeah, I love she's tinkering, making whisker, but she's like angrily drawing the lipstick over the mouse. Which again, tying to the mice at the end, like there's the symbolism of her with the mice, and then there's the mice at the end, and that what evil villain wouldn't have a hairless cat, right? It's like the Dr. Evil, right?
Well, he used it for feeding time.
Well, oh yeah, that's true. It wasn't really. Yeah, it'd be like Mr. Bigglesworth getting thrown in the sharks with freaking lasers. It'd be like if Dr. Evil just threw Mr. Bigglesworth into the laser pool. That would be great. That's exactly what it's like. But yeah, I love that she has. So, okay, that was the one confusing thing. What is is she trying to make like a grenade with them? Okay, so when she was
filling it with nails,
and she thought it was gonna be. Well, that's what I thought, because when she threw it at the guy, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be like a grenade and blow up in his face, and then it just went poof, and didn't really do anything. It just had the pink poof. Interesting. Okay, and then I love this scene where Vi is showing Powder. Yeah, where everybody's screwed up. That's like to prove to her that it's okay that she messed up today. Like to prove to her it's all right. Like there was Clagger messed up on the bridge. She lost her toy. The paint sign where he tried to paint the middle finger. That's really cute that she tries to be the big sister and say, look, everybody messes up and it's totally okay. And then Vander, of course, is getting on to her being like, well, you're the big sister. You need to set a better example.
Well, more like you're the leader.
You're the leader, but you need to understand like how things work for them too. Like you can't just because Vander was saying like if you tell them to do something, they're going to do it. So
you tell them set a fire, they're going to bring the oil. Mm-hmm. Anything that happens to them, that's on you.
Yes, that's on her. So she has to be responsible and realize what she's doing. Right.
He's trying to make her learn that a vendetta ain't going to do anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the end, it's not gonna pay out like she thinks it's, because she's like all about the vendetta, and Powder doesn't seem to really even be about it. She just wants to make her toys and tinker with them, and just be. She wants to be respected and seen as valued, and Vi's the one that wants the vendetta, right? Mm-hmm. I love it. Yeah, and I like that Vi's like, let's not tell Vander about those. So, theory time, and don't deconfirm me, but I'm thinking that because Grayson's like, we have to have somebody to make an example of. I thought that in that moment Vander was going to turn himself in and be like, fine, I'll go. But he's kind of the one running it down there, so I can see him not doing that. But maybe they're going to try to find that blonde kid and make him take the rap for it. I don't know. Maybe.
He can't really do that because everybody knows it was them.
Yeah, that's true. That's not going to...
They don't want to say anything because they'd be ratting out Vander.
That's right, yes.
But if they see him throw one of their own in for her...
Then they're going to rat him out because he would betray him.
He can't technically say anything.
Yeah, he's kind of put in a hard spot because he can't throw anybody else under the bus because, like you said, then they'll know that it'll be like a betrayal.
If he wants to keep their respect somewhat...
I love this fish thing. What's that?
Keep their respect somewhat and give them example... He'd have to turn over one of the kids.
Yeah, so there's really no way around it, and he's just not going to do it.
No.
Mm. Yeah, so there's really no way out of that. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, because the Grayson woman seems pretty gung-ho that they have to find someone to make an example of, but they just don't know who yet. I like this underground thing with the giant fish. With the giant fish.
What evil layer isn't complete without being underwater?
Right?
Especially when you're near a port town.
That's true. They are near the port. So that's very true. And we got this guy with the crazy tattoos. We got him. And then I like that it zooms from the crazy guy to the cat. Like the cat's just as threatening as the guy with the tattoos.
It's showing just how freaked out he is being there.
Yeah, he's having a panic attack.
Like he knows he screwed up.
Yes, yeah. And then I like that he gives the piece of information and they reward him by giving the meal for talking about Vander. Like they're going to use him as an informant to try to find stuff out. But yeah, oh my gosh, and then there's the creepy guy in the corner experimenting. So we got the guy, he's like injecting something into his eye, right? Okay. All right. So that's what it looked like. Oh, Ratatouille. I'm going to call him Ratatouille Judge until we find out his name. Don't spoil. I know we'll find it out. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, creepy. That's like the grossest eye drops ever.
Not drops.
Okay! No. I wish they could see your face. You're just like, I like that it's just like, it is just all this horticulture. It's just plants everywhere. It reminds me kind of the way that the purples and greens are. It reminds me of Batman and Robin when it was Poison Ivy with the mad scientist with Bane. Which the mouse thing with the purple, it's kind of like Bane. A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
It is. This is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Poison Ivy and the scientist, and then the purple with the Bane. That's what it reminds me of. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and then I really thought, okay, but it wasn't the guy with the eye that threw the cat in. It was the scientist. Because I was like, you're really going to throw his pet cat in with the mice? But I guess he didn't care about the cat that much.
The cat was for the experiment.
Yeah, which is crazy. Because that's not what I thought was going to go down.
Turns what should be prey into the predator.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a little reversal there. Interesting. And the water is like 2D, which is cool. Like the purple, the Kool-Aid. It drank the Kool-Aid! It drank the Kool-Aid. Like you do. Okay. Creepy. Creepy. Okay, so yeah, that guy's eyes all messed up. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting. So yeah, that scar-like stuff goes all over his face. Okay. And I just now noticed that the chair is like missing chunks out of it. Like they've tortured somebody in the chair, like it's missing chunks. Okay.
Yeah, and they just found a volunteer.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't want to know yet, but that's going to be... Okay. Color me intrigued. Very much intrigued. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I love the animation. I like that we're setting up these characters. We're setting up these two worlds, like the underworld and then the overworld, and then like the separation between classes, and then how the military works above and how they're trying to organize things and keep the peace treaty below. Like, I like that. Yeah, I really, really like this. I'm very curious. It's going to be hard because you know what happens. So I wish y'all could see. Like, every time I'd look over, you'd be like, I'm just like, Like, I don't want to tell you. I don't ever watch this with anybody, so it's going to be weird because I'm probably going to be like freaking out, and you're going to just sit back and just be like, told you.
I get 2 shows.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, they just want to watch me suffer. So awesome. Well, I'm really excited. Welcome to the playground indeed. I like the welcome to the playground. I'm assuming it's basically like talking about Zon being like the playground, the underworld. Well, and it could be referring to above too, because it's basically like the world is your playground. Like this is where everything's going to happen at. Because it just seems like with Echo, like Echo and Powder are like examples of like these kids with this limitless like optimism and idealistic, like they're inventing stuff and they have all these ideas and just kind of that representation. Interesting. Okay. Anything else noteworthy that doesn't spoil anything?
No, we'll see. We will see Piltover in the next one. So
okay.
We're gonna get see the 2 sides of the coin.
Cool. I'm excited for that. Yeah, I'm very much a fan of when we see the other side of something. We get to see one side of the story, and then we see the other side and see kind of like how they're similar and different. So that'll be pretty cool. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I really like this first episode of Arcane. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. My League of Legends playing brother is going to enjoy my suffering. So it'll be great. And we'll get to talk about it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this reaction and discussion. No spoilers, of course, but if you have any comments down below, please let us know. But otherwise, I'm pretty excited. So I hope y'all have a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and yeah, we'll be back next week with episode 2 of Arcane. Bye.